Do you remember last summer?
I do.
And I don't mean, beach trips. I'm talking about when the tech world just sort of collectively gasped because an AI won a gold medal at the International Math Olympiad.
IMO, yeah, July 2025.
That felt like the absolute peak, right? Like, okay, pack it up. Computers are smarter than high school geniuses.
You really did.
But we've been looking at this new technical report out of Google DeepMind this week. It's on a system they're calling Gemini DeepThink.
Mm-hmm.
And these papers, they suggest that the Olympiad win was just the warm-up act.
It was. We're not even a full year later, and the goalposts haven't just moved. They're in a different stadium entirely.
No.
This isn't about taking tests anymore.
No.
DeepMind's report shows how this model is solving open, PhD-level scientific problems, stuff that has genuinely stumped human experts for years.
So we've graduated from math homework to actual groundbreaking science. And reading through the documents, the secret sauce seems to be this Aletheia workflow.
Yeah. Aletheia. It's Greek for truth, which fits perfectly because unlike a standard chatbot that just, predicts the next word,
Right.
Aletheia operates in a cycle. First, it generates a proof, but then, and this is the critical part, it runs that proof through its own natural language verifier.
So it checks its own work.
It checks its own work, finds the flaws, and then revises the solution.
It's like it's mimicking the scientific method.
Yeah.
You scribble on the whiteboard, you stare at it, you realize you missed a minus sign.
Then you try again.
Mm.
Exactly. And here's where it gets really interesting for anyone trying to actually use this. Aletheia is programmed to admit failure.
Oh, that's huge.
If it can't solve it, it just tells you. For a researcher, that's a massive efficiency boost. You don't waste 3 months down a rabbit hole because an AI hallucinated a confident answer.
Right. Reliability is everything. I saw it even uses Google search to cross-reference literature so it doesn't cite papers that don't exist.
Mm-hmm.
And that reliability factor, that's usually the biggest hurdle for businesses trying to adopt these tools.
It is, which is actually why we've partnered with Embersilk for this deep dive.
Ah, that makes sense.
Because if you're listening and wondering how to take these agentic workflows like Aletheia and actually implement them in your company, well, Embersilk specializes in exactly that transition.
So whether you need help with software development, integration, or just figuring out where agents could make the most impact for your business,
that's what they do.
you should check them out at embersilk.com.
So back to the report. What's so exciting is that Gemini DeepThink acts as a force multiplier by bridging fields that humans rarely connect.
This was my favorite part of the research.
Yeah.
Is like the AI is looking at the whole map of mathematics at once. Take the max cut and standard tree problems they solve.
Okay.
For our listeners, these are discrete problems. So think jagged, separate points on a graph. You can't usually use smooth, continuous math to solve those.
Right. It's oil and water, typically.
Exactly. But Gemini broke the deadlock on these computer science puzzles by pulling in the Kurzbron theorem.
Kurzbron theorem, a tool from high-dimensional geometry.
Completely unrelated.
Completely. It applied a concept from continuous math to solve a discrete puzzle. It translated between mathematical languages in a way human specialists just don't because they're so siloed.
And it didn't stop there. It jumped into physics to tackle causing strings.
Which involves some nightmare math. Tricky integrals with singularities, where the numbers basically blow up to infinity.
And Gemini's solution was?
It identified a novel approach using something called Gegenbauer polynomials. It used them to collapse an infinite series into a closed finite sum. It tidied up the universe's math.
But my absolute favorite example had to be the counterexample. There was this conjecture from 2015 about data streams that everyone just sort of thought was true, right?
Yes. For a decade, it just felt right to the experts. The intuition held up.
But Gemini proved it wrong.
Yeah.
And not with some incredibly complex equation.
No, it engineered a specific 3-item combinatorial counterexample.
That's the kicker. Humans were looking for complex reasons, and the AI found a simple 3-item list that broke the whole thing.
It shows we sometimes overthink things. And that's leading to what DeepMind is calling the advisor model, or vibe proving.
Okay, I have to stop you there. Vibe proving. That sounds a little unscientific.
It sounds casual, but the methodology is rigorous. The human provides the intuition, the vibe of where a solution might be.
And the AI handles the grunt work, the verification.
All the rigorous, tedious verification. They're even using balanced prompting, asking the AI to try and prove and refute a theory at the same time.
So you're preventing confirmation bias. You're not just fishing for yes.
Exactly. It creates a partnership where the AI handles the heavy lifting, so scientists can focus on the deep conceptual work. DeepMind is calling this a level 2 contribution, meaning publishable quality.
That's an incredibly optimistic future. I mean, if AI can bridge mathematical fields we didn't even think were connected, it makes you wonder, is the theory of everything actually missing, or is it just fragmented across disciplines?
Maybe the impossible problems are just a matter of connecting the right dots.
I think we're about to find out. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure you subscribe to the show. And hey, leave us a 5-star review if you can. It really does help get the word out. Thanks for tuning in.